So I break down what my world is about into 4 terms, but then I'm going to build up the other 2 that don't, that's the hand. The hand that goes up at perform better is about the 2 that really don't exist. Okay. So I use Maffetone's definition of health. That's the optimal interplay of the human organs. So if you don't have cancer and your blood profiles, according to your doctor, look good, you went to the dentist and you don't have anything disgusting going on, and you go to the eye doctor and nothing crazy going on, well, you're healthy. And you're healthy, and there's like a set of numbers that say you're healthy. If you win the New York City Marathon, but you have liver cancer, yeah, you won the marathon, but you're not healthy. And that's, so when I talk to groups, that's something I always try to put aside. Wear your seatbelt, don't smoke, be reasonable about certain things. That's health. The next one's longevity, and that's a quantitative and qualitative thing. In my family, we don't live long in my family. So my goals are very much, in my personal goals, are very much headed towards longevity. I like this idea from Rob Wolf, live long, drop dead. That's kind of my goal. Is, I'd much rather, actually, I've been told by God how I'm going to die. In the year 2137, I'll be shot to death by the husband of a supermodel, jealous husband. And that's the kind of, so I just know that's coming.
21 scenario. 2137. Congratulations. That's pretty far from now.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. So the thing about the quantitative versus the qualitative, the number of years you live, if it's crappy, I don't want it. You follow? But there are some people say, I had an uncle who lived to be 98. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he drooled in a bin for 12 years. Well, okay. Quality of life is just like a savings plan. It's what you invested at 19 and 20. It is a savings plan. Flossing your teeth, not smoking, wearing seatbelts, not being stupid are far more important for the quality of your long life than trying to. I'm 63. Trying to. I'm working with somebody who's about a decade older, trying to undo habits. They're in their 70s trying to undo damage. Just like, really? Now you want now. Okay, yes, now. Indeed. And then there's 2 words that I think really throw people off: fitness, and that's just the ability to do a task. And I don't care. It could, if you you break your neck as a male, you can still reproduce because that's a different system. Like I say, you can become a father, but you not be able to play with your kids. So fitness is a weird thing. When I read on Outside Magazine, the fittest man in the world, I just want to slap him. If I throw the discus 244 and I can't, and I need to sit down for an hour and a half and relax because I'm so exhausted, I'm still the fittest discus thrower in history because I just broke the world record. So no one takes your heart rate after you throw the discus. No one cares. No one measures your body fat. No one cares. And then there's the world I live in, which is performance. And that's when someone calls your name, you do a specific task. So if you're a Broadway dancer or singer, you are a musician. You understand performance as well as I do. You might be the best garage band in Yuba City, but that doesn't mean, it's going to be, you might not be that big of a deal.
Probably not that big of a deal. Probably not. There's a country singer.
The hands, of course, go up immediately at Perform Better because people now say, well, what about fat loss and what about hypertrophy bodybuilding? Well, I agree with Art Devaney. Don't get fat in the first place. Again, we go back to what you throw in at 19 and 20. The decisions you make in your 20s for adipose tissue are far more important than the decisions you make when you're 73. And then with gaining muscle mass in the area of performance, it's often the least. In fact, sometimes it's counterproductive. If you're a high jumper and you're trying to look like Mr. Universe, you might look good, but you're not going to win. It's just pure physics. I think you and I, you guys and me, we can dance together. I would say we're 6 for 6 with a good physical therapist, right? I support health by talking about habits and encouraging, appropriate appropriate things. I know I have an impact on fitness and performance. And with longevity, the most important thing I can do is teach some habits that carry on a long time. In the areas of fat loss, obviously, I can encourage my athletes to keep, when you retire, don't say something like, good, now I can eat, like a famous gymnast once said. She said, good, now I can eat. And you could tell within a year or two that she had discovered it.
And the performance
when I
was
was
elite.
young, the female swimmers used to really have issues with that. So, and in the area of hypertrophy, bodybuilding, obviously we can help, and part of my job would be to wean people away from thinking that's the most important thing you can do in the athletic training center. And I certainly get why the boys want, hypertrophy. I always tell them, well, why don't you try basic hygiene, learn how to dance, and learn how to talk to a woman like a woman instead of like you're on the internet. So, but what do I know?
Sound advice. Sound advice.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned
So that's I think we can work together in all those areas